O ye loveliest, fairest of all damsels, soaked and turgid with pity and grief, slapped on you by the age-long nemesis, the dreaded of the entire family, tossed in the hands of suitors. Even the universe abhors thy union with any man. A malicious, ravaging bane laid on seeds and progenitors by a molested, pitiable mother, the era's most beautiful woman, robbed by her own, a fellow woman, of her Lord's affection. Sojourn in this vast crust, a helpless, dejected soul, till her journey to the Maker's bosom. For this cause, they have to travel back in time to the 16th century, to a faraway ancient Burma river. A journey of courage, bravery, humility, and fortifications. Billions of battles between the present and the old to revoke what was done, to liberate a generation. The chills, the shivers, and the scary shrills. This is no other time than 1655. A time back in time.
Grandma beautiful?
I'm sure, because if you take a close look at mother's picture, grandma will be a very beautiful woman.
You are right, my daughter. She was beautiful. Very beautiful. In fact, she was the most beautiful woman at our time. I met her when I was going to the riverside to fetch water. She was with her friends. At first, I was motionless, speechless, and as well scared. I did not know what to do. So I fetched my water and left. I took the trouble upon myself and traced her one day to to know where she stays. I ended up carrying a pot of water to her house. Grandpa. Since then, we became close friends.
That, I think, was a great experience for you, Grandpa. And I'm so happy Fred brought you both together as husband and wife.
That is true. Very true. So,
Grandpa,
yes, my daughter. How are you doing?
I'm fine, Grandpa. I'm even leaving to the market.
That is nice of you. Anytime I see you, I see my daughter in you. You behave just like her. But then, take good care of yourself as you go.
I will, Grandpa. Must be on my way.
Okay. Ellie and myself will also be going to the farm to see how the crops are doing, and also to see if we can get some bush meat.
Okay, Grandpa. But you must come back early to take your lunch.
We will. We will. Ellie! Grandpa! Come down here and let's get going. Grandpa? Yes. Let's get going. Yes.
See why I have this hot afternoon in my house.
Have you lost your way? Or what said now? Are you not happy to see me in your house?
Not that, my dear friend. Just that you don't usually visit me in the afternoon.
So, I'm a bit surprised. See. I don't have enough energy for you and your trouble this afternoon.
I'm sorry, have a seat.
Thank you.
But where are you coming from under this sunny weather?
I went to market to get some foodstuffs to stock our kitchen.
Your voice sounds blurry and unusual. Are you sure everything is okay with you? Or is there anything you think I should know that is bothering you?
It's still about my misfortune in the hands of men when it comes to marital issues. It looks as if the universe disagrees with my union with any man.
No, my dear friend, don't talk like that. I don't think you are the architect of this problem. And besides, you always give your best in all your relationships. So I don't think this is your fault. Remember, not all relationship leads to the altar. Some of them leads to death. Kafui, it's just a matter of time.
But time they say is compelled to hurry. Sedi, I'm growing and I need to have my own family.
My friend, I know. But don't worry, everything will be fine. Don't just overstress yourself. Okay?
I'm so glad to have you as my friend. I'll choose to be with you even in my next generation when given the chance.
Oh, I'm happy when you are happy.
I'll not take my leave now. Okay. See you some other time.
Then let me see you.
Okay. Grandpa,
Yes, my daughter.
Can I please ask you a very bothering question?
Why not, Kafui?
What exactly is the cause of my marriage misfortune? Has this happened to my mother before giving birth to us?
My daughter, you have once again let the cat out of its bag. But I will attend to your question in the evening. As you can see, I've just came back from the farm and need some time after enjoying your delicious meal.
Okay, Grandpa. Enjoy your meal then.
Okay, I will do that.
Grandpa, you need water.
Long, long ago, in this same family, my great-great-grandfather got married to one of the most beautiful women at their time. He later starts maltreating his beloved wife, which left most of the people in the community in shock.
So, what is the cause of his action?
Well, he got involved with another woman, which was believed has charmed him, yet was revealed to be faults. It made him lose control of his family. And the wife had to go through ethic means to take care of her children until nature called her to rest in the bosom of her maker.
So, how does this affect we, his generation?
She did not just die in peace. She cursed my great grandfather and his entire generation, which you are part of, that none will enjoy anything called marriage nor a relationship.
This is strange. Very strange. Why? Why?
This is a very serious matter. The water that is supposed to wash the dirt has ended up washing water again. We have ended up paying for a sin that was committed by someone whom we don't know by face. How can this wrong be written back to right? Only God can help us through this.
Kafui.
Kelly, how long have you been here?
Not quite long. What is eating you up, if I may ask?
It's about what Grandpa told me.
And what did he tell you?
Remember I asked him a question whilst you both were eating? And he promised to tell me later in the evening.
Yeah, I do remember.
Could you believe that all the misfortune I get in the hands of men was all as a result of something our forefather did and was cursed by his original wife?
Sister, wait though. Are you telling me that we are paying for someone's sin committed some centuries back?
You heard me right, Ellie.
No, now. This is unbelievable, sister. No, why we? Why? Why should we pay for someone's sin? No, I don't get it. I'll ask Grandpa myself when I come back from the town in the evening. See you later.
Be good, okay?
Grandpa, good evening.
Evening, my grandson.
Grandpa, please, I want us to talk.
No problem. What is it that you want us to discuss?
Please, I want to know. if I will also be affected by the same curse and go through the same pain as my sister.
No one is exempted. We all went through it. Let me ask you a question. Did you see your mother, my daughter, in her husband's house since you were growing up?
No, Grandpa.
This seems you having a simple answer to the many questions you will be thinking of asking. And this means the curse that was placed on this family must be broken. And that must be done by traveling back in time to the year 1655.
Ellie, are you okay?
Sister, I went to speak with Grandpa about this whole confusing curse issue. And to my shocking notice, there is a solution. Very dangerous one.
Spill out the solution to my hearing, Ellie.
We need to travel back in time to break the curse. And we are talking about the year 1655.
How is it possible for someone who is in the 21st century to go back to a 16th century to break a curse, Grandpa?
It is very possible, my daughter. It takes people with great heart and courage to do that. We were all not with such a lion heart. That is why it seems this remains like this till your generation.
So, how then does it take one to travel back to the world far spent before his or her birth?
Courage, bravery, humility, and spiritual fortification.
Spiritual fortification?
Yes, spiritual fortification. You need to be fortified to be ready and prepared for the journey.
So, how is it done?
My daughter, I can feel your heart. I will tell you since you've asked. The first stage of your fortification take at least 3 days and nights smoking, of which you will be buried on the 3rd night. This will make you ready and prepared for the journey far into the years spent before your birth. Any more questions, Kafui?
No, Grandpa. Steady, my friend.
Yes, dear.
Finally, the truth have been told. The problem have been identified.
Kafui, relax and talk to me. What then is the rectified problem?
This whole suffering was a foundation laid down by our forefather who maltreated his wife and was cursed by her at the point of her death.
Oh. What is the identified solution to that?
A very risky and dangerous one, my sister.
Go on and talk to me. Who knows? Maybe I might be of help.
You need to travel back in time to the year 1655 to break the curse.
What? How is that even possible?
According to my grandpa, he said it is very possible, but very dangerous.
Of course. That's very dangerous. Kafui, so what are you going to do about that now?
I just have to take the bull by its horn and embark on the journey to save myself and the coming generation.
No, Kafui. I don't think that's the best thing to do now.
It is, my sister.
Is there no other solution to this? Can't your grandfather think of something else?
No. Atu, my love, you don't look happy. What is the matter?
Please find a place in your heart to forgive me. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? You've done nothing wrong and needs no apology.
I haven't. But now I will. I can't continue with this relationship. I don't want to die young.
Achu, you can't do this to me. Remember you said I'm your Juliet and you are my Romeo.
I know I said that. But that Romeo and Juliet story is a work of fiction. I am sorry. Kafui, love, they say, conquers everything. this time round, I can help it. I'm very sorry.
Don't worry, okay? Everything will be fine. And I believe Atu will come back to you.
I don't think so.
Miracles do happen. Don't overstress yourself, my dear friend. Just take your time.
I've heard you, my friend.
Where are you going?
I'm coming. Ashu, my love. Please, I'm sorry. Whatever wrong I've committed against you, I promise I'll make it up to you. Please forgive me.
It is not about you. You have done nothing wrong. It is not about you, okay? I'm sorry.
Hachu, please. I said I'm sorry. Sedi, he left me. Tell me it's a dream.
It's not a dream, Kafui. But don't overstress yourself, okay? I will as well try and talk to him. Okay?
Are you sure about that?
Yes. For that reason, you should wipe away your tears. Everything will be alright. Okay?
Okay.
You can't continue like this, Kafui. Everything happens for a reason.
How can I let go of something that I've worked for all these years?
I understand. But there is nothing we can do. He is also helpless just like you.
But I still love him.
He loves you too. That was his last word for you when I confronted him last.
Why now? This is the time that I've seen the road clearer and hoping for the best, only to get the worst.
It's okay, my friend. Come here. Don't worry. Everything will be okay. It's just a matter of time. girl is passing through all this. I was personally shocked when I heard about it, my friend.
So what is she doing about it?
She says she has no other option than to go and break the curse.
This must be very dangerous. I mean, very, very dangerous.
Yeah, it is. But she has no other option to free herself and the coming generation.
Well, I wish her all the best.
Wish her all the best.
Grandpa, I am ready to embark on the journey that you set me and the family of this family.
That is a very good news.
So when will it take place?
It will be on a Friday. That is the only day on which the gate is opened. Apart from Friday, there is no other day on which the door will be opened.
Grandpa, I will be going on this journey with my sister. I won't allow her alone to carry the cross of this family. I'll go with her.
Kafui,
Yes.
what are you doing here this early morning?
I'm here to inform you about my journey to the past. That is the decision. And it will happen on Friday, 3 days from now.
Friday. But why Friday?
My grandpa said that is the only day that the gate to the past is opened.
Okay then. I wish you all the best in your journey. But I'll miss you, my dear friend.
Oh, I also miss you, my dear friend. But I have to, in order to free myself from all this bondage, I have to take my leave to get prepared.
But what of Ellie?
He's also going with me.
This is so sad.
Be good, okay?
Okay, I'll be praying for you.
Thank you. See you. It is 10:52 p.m. on Wednesday, the day Grandpa told me will come. Despite my bold and courageous actions, I am really scared and could not get my eyes closed the whole night. I am just waiting patiently for Grandpa, and then he knocks. I got prepared and went to meet Grandpa. who was waiting for us outside.
Are you ready?
Yes, Grandpa.
Even though I gave a positive response, I was scared within. After a while, my brother Eli also came out, but looks much more bold than me. I also picked myself up and became bold like him. We followed Grandpa as we head towards the forest behind our house. On our way, he told us that we will see some child on our way who will show us the way to the Bema River, where the pot that contains curses is placed. He also told us to break the pot on the ground to set all captives free when found. Grandpa gave us something to drink, and after which he made us to kneel and touch our shoulders with a palm branch. He later asked us to sleep on the sacrificial altar where he smoked us for some days. After 3 days of smoking us,
we were later asked to sleep in a pit, which is the road we used to reach the past. Grandpa made some incantations and started to pour on us sons. Our eyes went blank, only for us to find ourselves in a land far from our vision. That is where we got to know we have traveled back to the year 1655.
how is your friend Kafui handling all this issue now?
She has already embarked on the journey to the world, far spent and beyond us to break the curse.
I feel her pain. But do you think this will work? And do you think she will come back alive?
We are in God's hand. I pray they make it alive.
I pray to my dear friend. So what plans do you have for the day?
Nothing really. Let's go and prepare something to eat.
Let me help you.
Good evening, Grandpa.
Good evening, my daughter. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, please. Please, I came to check if you've heard anything about my friend and her brother.
I did. I made sure they arrived successfully. And I strongly believe that the journey for the search has begun.
That is a good news then. I'll be on my way, please.
That is appreciated.
Grandpa, I'll be coming from time to time to check up on you.
That is appreciated.
Have a good evening.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Grandpa. Grandpa. Good morning.
Sedina, my daughter. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, please.
May our gods be blessed. To what do I owe this visit this morning?
Grandpa, I thought it wise to bring you some food. Since my friend is not around to be cooking for you, please manage this little one for me. I left it in the kitchen.
That is thoughtful of you. May our ancestors bless you.
Amen. I'll bring you more in the evening.
When you come, remind me that I promised to tell you something very important.
Okay, Grandpa. I won't forget that. I beg to take my leave now.
You are free to leave, my daughter. the beauty of her mother. Death.
I'm touched by those words of yours. But Grandpa, what do they mean?
Have a seat.
You see, there is this thing very important you need to know. Especially as you are becoming what your parents dreamt of you to become. Kafui is not your friend. You are both blood related.
How is that possible?
She's your cousin. Your mother was my daughter. This makes me your grandfather. She suffered the same in her marriage with your father. That which made us all not to be with our wives and husbands. The curse. She got broken-hearted and fell sick. She died through her sickness. This scared your father, and he took to his heels, leaving you in the care of his mother. This makes you look like an orphan. You are not.
Why am I getting to know this by now?
Because this is the time you need to know. I'm sorry I kept it from you for all these years. But forgive me, my child.
What is wrong with you, my friend? It's because of what Grandpa told me yesterday. I mean, Kafui's grandfather. I don't understand. Tell me more. Grandpa told me that I'm his granddaughter.
What? How is that possible?
He said my father was married to his daughter, who happens to be my mother. But my father strangely broke up with my mother a few years of my birth. This actually affected my mother, and she died. Her death got my father so scared. So he ran out of the community, leaving me with his mother. So you see.
What a strange world we live in. Who could have ever believed that you were friends with your own cousin? Oh, what a world we live in.
How does people enjoy life? What's living here?
What are you asking, Ed?
Sister, everything about this world doesn't make sense to me. Look at the environment and its surroundings. Everything here looks so different, unlike ours. You see, the sounds we hear, everything about here is so weird. I don't understand.
Will you shut up and concentrate on it.
It's been a while my cousins went on this journey of redemption to redeem our family, and since has not returned. I hope nothing bad has happened to them. Gods of our land, please see them through and protect them, for they are all I have now as a family.
Strange child, we were told by our grandfather that we'll meet you on our way, and you'll be the only one that will show us the way. So please, can you show us the way that leads to the Bema River?
How does this small boy live alone all by himself in this forest? And does that mean we are not going to see any elderly person in this forest? How do we even feed? Esther, you don't even mind me. Just look around. How does this small boy live alone? Where does he even live? Oh, nah. Why am I even here? Well.
That is why I'm here this evening, Grandpa.
Until the 19th, 20th, 21st centuries, things were very different. Especially the centuries of my great 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 grandfather. I mean the 16th century. There were no radios. The radio I used to listen to news of what is happening in the country. If you have to deliver an information to someone, you have to walk long miles to where the person is before delivering your information. There were no mobile phones, no cars to aid you. But then there was these things that are very interesting. When people get sick or hurt, there were no hospitals. So they treat them with herbs. And so when one gets to the bush to pick the herbs, the leaves of the trees talk to you.
Wow.
That is it.
But Grandpa,
Mm-hmm.
how do the leaves talk when they don't have mouth?
Mm-hmm. That is a very brilliant question. When one gets to the bush to pick the herbs, the leaves shake themselves for you. Some even sings.
Wow. That sounds sweet.
Oh yes.
Okay, Grandpa.
Please, can you tell me more?
Oh yes, of course.
Okay.
I will do.
Okay.
Ellie! Ellie! Ellie!
So my friend, is there any updates about your cousins? I mean, are they still alive or dead?
The last time I checked on them from Grandpa, he said they are doing well. But it's been long, so I don't know how they are doing now.
Oh, I pray and believe they will come back alive, safely.
Thank you so much, Kekere.
I'm always here for you.
So how are things with you?
Grandpa, what are you doing here?
I am here to help you. Take this herb. Rub it on your palm before picking the pot of curse.
Thank you, Grandpa. Ellie, I saw Grandpa in my dream, and he showed me some leaves to use before breaking the pot. I'll be back.
They are coming. They are almost here. They are near. Coming.
Grandpa, why is Ellie not away?
Grandpa, say something.
No, no, no. Ellie, Ellie.
Even though we lost Eli, his name shall forever remain in our family's history as one of the brave ones who redeemed the family from the long-time curse. The family is now free from the bondage. Everyone is now happy, and I know their parents will be very proud of them, just like the way I am for them.